All right. Welcome to another episode of Below Grade. It is episode 15, I believe. Sounds right. Yeah, we'll go with that. If you're listening on audio platforms like iTunes, Spotify, what's going on? If you want to check out my YouTube channel, please go to YouTube and go to Below Grade Podcast. I put up visuals on there, graphics, and you can watch me, which is fun, I guess. I don't know. Still kind of a weird thing, but go ahead and do it. If you're watching on YouTube, there's no intro song. Otherwise, that intro song was Pink, and it's a new song by her on her new album, which I definitely bought and purchased because I enjoy her music. And I also went to her concert last year. And guess what? It was a ton of fun. It was an amazing concert, and you should go. It's going to be another solo episode today because it is. And I only got a few things to talk about. So I don't know. We'll see where it takes us. I always think that it's going to end up being like 15-minute episode. And then it ends up, I look at the clock and I figure, where's the time gone? The human being is puzzled. But fear not, he shall strive on. All right, let's hop right into it. So the first thing I wanted to talk about was the possibility. I know we get worried with aliens and zombie attacks and stuff like that, but we're kind of doing this to ourselves, I think. There's some quarantine stuff going on right now in the country, guys. I don't know if you heard. Now, most of my audience is in the United States. I got one over there across the pond, I think, but I don't know how much to listen, Just another black over there. So in the United States, California particularly, not surprised, they have an outbreak of measles. Oh, I thought we took care of this in the past. But people don't vaccinate children recently, and then now they get measles, and so not sure where to go with that. I'm good. I'm pretty sure I'm good, so I could fly to LA. People that haven't had their kids vaccinated, don't go to LA. It's not good stuff, and it's pretty crappy to see because it's like getting political. I don't want to make it political. I get it, kind of can be, but I look at it more, it's a health thing, okay? That's it. It's a health thing, and I want everyone to be okay. That's all. That's it. So if possible, do what you want, actually. Forget it. Don't even listen to me. Forget it. Whatever. They're your kids. If you don't want to vaccinate them, whatever. Go ahead. But just so you know, the one thing I did hear from this doctor, and it does make sense, it was just some doctor. They said that there are kids that legitimately can't get the vaccine because they might have immune disorder. So if that's the case, then that means that they are then way more susceptible to catch measles than them when they do, because they have an immune disorder that they probably die. So you're kind of being inconsiderate to other people as well. But that's okay. Whatever. It's, it's up to you. It's a free country. Go ahead. Do what you want. Hope everyone's okay out there. Can I say I'm surprised? No, I'm not surprised. Let's get off of that topic because there's probably some people that are getting pissed off right now. But it's okay. Still love you. You know what bothers me? The other day I was driving, and I was behind a car, a Corolla at that, which can't be surprised with this one, that they put their blinker on. I'm like, okay, so they're turning right. It's their right blinker, and they're going to just turn in a driveway. But they started going left. I was like, oh, maybe they put the wrong blinker on, right? Nope. Crossed the yellow line, halfway in the other lane, did a big swoop turn, and then turned into the driveway. I wanted to get out, and I should have, and just knock on the guy's window, just, sir, ma'am, what are you? And say, hey, I just want to let you know your trailer fell off. And they're going to look at me and go, ¿qué? Or what? I'm going to say, your 53-foot trailer. I'm assuming you had a 53-foot trailer, because the only reason that you should be turning like that is because if you have a trailer, specifically a 53-foot big rig trailer, there's no other reason that you should be turning that way. There's nothing in the way. In the way cars turn, you don't have to go out and around something. It's not long enough for you to clip a corner. A long pickup truck, maybe, but there would have to be something very close to the curb. And even that, guess what you still don't have to do? You still don't have to go left before turning right. You just turn right later. That's it. You don't need to go in the other lane. I wish I was a police officer. I would have just pulled them off. I should have made a citizen's arrest. That's what I should have did. I should have made a citizen's arrest and called the police and say, this person crossed the yellow line. They might be impaired. Either way, revoke their license. Get them off the streets. We can't have this person driving anymore, because that's ridiculous. I hate when people do that. Also, if you're turning left, it's even worse. There's people that do this. They're going into a side street to turn left off a main road, and they do the same thing. They turn out to the right and then left. You're not an airplane. You're not lining up down the runway. You don't need to perfectly hit that side road straight on. Yeah, don't cut the corner, but just once again, turn left a little bit later. It'll all work out, I promise. What you're also doing by doing that, by teardropping out, is people go by you on the right because they're impatient. Probably illegal. Doesn't matter. Everyone does it. So you're going to, and I know, it happens all the time where people teardrop out and then just people sideswipe them or half T-bone them, It's a little J-bone. Just don't do that. That's all. That's it. Or go get your CDL and start driving big rigs, because you're already halfway there, apparently. You're already halfway there. I didn't see any crazy license plate this week, but my wife did, which is cool. So for everyone out there, keep an eye out for fun license plates, and if you see them, then let me know. You can just go on my Instagram and message me the plate you saw. Don't even bother taking. I trust you. You don't need to take a picture because you're driving, unless you're walking on the sidewalk and it's a very loud motorcycle going by, or if maybe you're a passenger in a vehicle. Okay, don't, or it's at your risk, but you don't need to send a picture unless it's very safe to do so. So she saw a license plate that said Siracha on it. I'm assuming this person invented Siracha, because why else would you do that? Why else would you put Siracha on your license plate? That's gross. They also had to leave out the first R, because Siracha's SRIR. So ACHA, so that's 8 letters, and they only could probably do 7. And I also agree with them. Don't need the first R. I understand it's not English, but don't need the first R. Because you say sir, that's SIR. You're not going Sriracha. Don't need it. It's a type of hot sauce or chili sauce made from a paste of chili peppers. The Hufong Food Sriracha. Hufong. That's the most famous brand. But so this person must have invented Sriracha sauce. That's the only way you have that license plate. You don't just put things you like on a license plate. It's very strange. And how do you tell? The only thing that explains that person, like they must just have been into Sriracha their whole life. And you know that all they do is have dishes at parties that have Sriracha in them. Like, hey, Karen, I made another Sriracha chicken nacho cheese dip. And they're like, oh, thanks, Nance and Jim. Their names are definitely Nance and Jim. There's no doubt about it. And they drive a Subaru Outback, and they have a license plate Sriracha. I didn't ask the kind of car, but I don't need to. It's a Subaru Outback, and not a brand new one either. It's like an 07 Subaru Outback with a Sriracha license plate, and all they do is bring Sriracha recipes. Hey, I know this is a dessert only. You told us to bring a dessert dish, so you were probably thinking, oh no, Nance and Jim are going to be bummed out because we're telling them to bring a dessert dish. But don't worry, because guess what I brought? I brought Sriracha cupcakes. And everybody's going to be annoyed. And then everyone has to kind of pretend to like them and try them and go, oh, wow, they're actually, I'm surprised. I kind of thought I was gonna puke instantaneously, but this isn't bad. I probably won't puke for another few hours. It's not bad at all. Thanks, Nance and Jim. Thanks. So they're bringing their hobby into everybody else. I mean, at least they're not hiding it. It's not like a little fetish or something, which not sure how that could be, but it probably is somewhere. You're not like secretly doing Sriracha sauce, run it off. At least they're owning it, but you probably don't need to do that. And I don't understand that, because why are you just telling the world that you like Sriracha sauce? Just eat it, have it. You don't need to tell everyone that, I'm getting a license plate. Screw it. I'm getting a custom one. I just renewed my plates this year, so in 2 years I'm getting a new one, and I don't know what it's going to be called, but it's just going to be something random. Bananas. I'm just going to put bananas on it because I like bananas. Right? Why not? I don't know what else to put. Just put random things. Kitchen. Just the word kitchen. I like kitchens. They're cool. I've been in kitchens before. I've been in many kitchens. These people are, once again, the RMV, DMV people, they must have a blast with this. They must. That's why that's why they're all so angry in the RMV, DMV, because all these people come in wanting to be cutesy tootsies with their license plates, and then that's frustrating. You can't even see it. It's on the outside of your car. Although you can put stickers or magnets, like Below Grade podcast magnets that I have, and I get that, but that makes more sense because you're adding it, saying, hey, look I listen to this, and you're kind of telling people, where Sriracha, I'm not going to roll down the window and say, what does your license plate mean? And Nance and Jim won't get the joke. They're going to go, oh my God, honey, got another. Tell him. What does it mean? Hey, you know what? Pull over, because this is going to be a long conversation. Yeah, no, pull over up here in this side street. Don't worry. We know them. We know everyone in town. We know them. They'll be fine with it. And we'll explain. You have an hour or two? We'll explain what Sriracha sauce is and what we do with it. And they'll have business cards, even though they don't own a business. They'll just say Nance and Jim, Sriracha Fanatics. And they'll have a Facebook page. And maybe a MySpace. Somehow maybe a website too with all their recipes. I'm into it now. Now I'm into it. This is what always happens. I get mad at Nance and Jim, and now I'm into it because Nance and Jim, you know what? Good for you. You found your purpose, and that's to spread the awareness of the deliciousness of Sriracha sauce. Very proud of you. All right. What else do I got on here? One more thing, and then we're going to get into Would You Rathers and a fantastic C.I.A. account, crazy Instagram account. Great C.I.A. segment coming up. So the next thing I want to talk about, my cousin brought this up to me. There's a restaurant in Montreal called Onua. Onua Restaurant. So Onoir. It's probably Onua Restaurant. That's French, by the way. In case you didn't speak French, that's French. Beaucefontaine, la Bonfant, du Lubos, la Ponton, elle vous de boucher, le Pontus Ulu, avec du Rouge Bonte. I hope you like my fake French. So this restaurant, I'll just read the quick description, then we're going to dive in quickly. Visually impaired staff serves electric fare in a completely dark dining room with surprise dishes. I'll read that one more time, everyone. So in Montreal, Canada, Unua restaurant is a visually impaired staff that serves electric fare in a completely dark dining room with surprise dishes. Now, I understand the purpose, and I think it's very nice what they're trying to do, that basically they hire people that are visually impaired, which I think is great. It's probably hard for them to find jobs, so I think it's fantastic. And then it must make them comfortable because everyone else can't see, and it also puts it in perspective for everyone else, right? But maybe, does it have to be completely dark? Because safety-wise, I understand they're blind, but safety-wise, they might not be 100% blind, so they might want the lights on so they can see shapes. Maybe just put blindfolds on. Now we're getting like fetishy again. But maybe put blindfolds on that way. Oh, I got to go to the bathroom. What do you do if you got to go to the bathroom, by the way? If it's completely, is there a button you hit maybe and like a little light goes on, or it's just sends a little sound to someone in a back room somewhere, and then they come and pick you up, and then, what do you need? I just got to go to the bathroom. I got to go to the bathroom. Okay, follow me. That's the only, come with me. Hold my arm. Don't let go. And then they can't see because it's dark, and now they're bumping into the table. You know that's all it is. It's just people bumping and ow, watch out, right behind you, and then just cups falling, glasses falling. There's no way. How did they? Or it's super loud and it's just like a quarterback calling football plays. That's the only way. Coming at you, hot road, left, right, with the dish. Table 9, 2 steps left. I think I'm at 8, so 9 must be 4 feet, 4 paces behind me. You know, that's the only way it makes sense. So that's not enjoyable. I mean, although I understand when, like, people that are blind, they know where everything usually is. Like, they'll map it out beforehand and stuff, and I get that. But so they have to be vocal. They're definitely talking to each other. And now, what do you do? I understand the purpose, everyone. But now, what do I do as a patron in that restaurant, sitting down, say, with a group of people? We're all on vacation, and what do we do now? Okay. When I had my dad on here, we talked about going to Montreal. He used to go all the time. I used to go all the time with the hockey team. So if we're up there with the hockey team and we just sit down in this dark table, what do we do? Do you just talk like, hey, so how's everyone doing here? Good. And then they come over, they're going to scare the out of you, the waiters and waitresses, because all of a sudden it's just going to be, yeah, no, haha, that's funny. Oh, what would you like? Jesus, didn't know you were there because it's pitch black and I'm just trying not to freak out, and now I'm freaking out because you're just scaring me. This sounds like a haunted house. This is what this is, by the way. It's just a haunted house that serves food. That's one of the rooms you go in. It's in the haunted house. And they go, welcome to the portion of the haunted house where we feed you. Please, feel around for a chair and take a seat. Our blind waiters and waitresses will be with you shortly. Experience the dark. Help you hungry. Then you're scared, but you're supposed to be scared because it's a haunted house. I get the thought from it, but I just think that maybe they should have. I just don't think it's going to catch on either, because I think it's a one-time thing. That's the other thing. Who goes back to this place? You want to go to see what it's like, but you don't go, wow, that food was delicious. Also, I was scared the whole entire time, and I had no idea where anything is. I couldn't see everyone. It was a nightmare. I'm going to have sweat-filled nights, restless for nights. What do you do next Saturday? Let's go back. I'll make another reservation. Oh, they don't even need a reservation because no one's going back. So, and I was looking at the menu last night, and I'm trying to right now, but something's going on here. There's a glitch in the system. It looked pretty good. The food did look pretty good, which they have to have good food. They can't just have crap food because then no one's going to go at all. I'm not entirely on board with this. Yeah, I'm really not. All right, let's jump into some Would You Rathers, and then we'll do the crazy Instagram account last. I think that works. So let's do that. Everybody get your hands together for some Would You Rathers. All right. I opened up the crazy Instagram account, which is very crazy. Better be ready for that one. So the Would You Rathers, which I always post way too late, and I end up only posting the night before the podcast. So people keep voting, and it's fine. The numbers might change. Is the internet? My internet down? That's okay. I think I remember them. The first one was, would you rather live in an amusement park or live in a zoo? Which is definitely a pretty good one. I don't know. I went back and forth on this because I do like amusement parks. That's fun. And I also like zoos. Those are also fun. But I kind of don't like zoos because unless the animals are being rehabilitated, they should go back to where they're from. All right. I got it to work. 75% said, I'm surprised, amusement parks. Wow. Huh. It does sound fun. And that's the thing. It says live in. So do you have to work at the zoo? And even that, I originally wanted to say zoo because I love aminals. But you'd be best friends with all the animals and stuff. But a lot of them you can't even interact with because they're dangerous, right? And it gets smelly. And as long as if you didn't have to work there and clean anything up, if you're just you just live there, you need like a tent maybe or a cool like trailer or something, you got to pick amusement park, I think. You have to because you get all the crap food every day, and especially if it's a huge amusement park, you go on rides. I mean, you'd probably get a little bored, but not really. You'd be that guy that everyone knows and loves. Where at the zoo, you also would at the zoo, I think you would be creepy. Because you would just come up to crowds. You think about living there. You would get so bored and you'd have to start. You would know everything about every animal. You get emotionally attached to them and then detached from them when they pass away or go back to their homeland. All right, maybe it's a miracle story. And then you're going to just coming up to groups of kids and people and be like, see, so this giraffe here, his name's Ralph. And they're going to look at you. The mamas and the dads of the kids are going to look at you and be like, okay, let's go get some cotton candy. Okay. That guy is tapped. Yeah, he thinks he lives here. Okay. Where at the amusement park, you could just be like, yep, I live here. And they'll be like, you live here. This guy's here all the time we come. He must just come every day. Even if they don't believe you, they're not going to be like, whatever, it makes sense. Amusement park's fun. Or you legitimately can be like, no, I legitimately live here. And they're like, that's cool. Because you're probably busy here. I don't know. I say amusement park. I agree with the majority there. 25% amusement park. Next one. Would you rather be a clown or a priest? This one is 63% said clown and 37% said priest. Now, I'm going to say that's a tough one too. Hold on. I'm going to say, I got to pick clown, but it's not a legitimate profession because I assume this is what you do for work. I don't know why anyone would do it for fun. I don't know. I'm not religious, so I'd have to pick clown, although it doesn't say what kind of priest, and you could have some fun with it. But I don't think I could do it, because here's the thing. Take the forever and ever. Take that out of it and think about it. When is the priest? That's easy. That's rehearsed when they do their masses, right? Because they do them all the time. So, I mean, it's not easy, but you know what I mean. You're just giving a presentation basically on behalf of our good Lord and Savior Jesus Christ. Amen. But where it's not fun to be a priest, which is most of the time, is when people come for confession. These are my confessions. You know what I'm saying? And you're in that booth with that crate, that cage thing and stuff. I've never been in one, by the way. I just seen it in movies, so I'm just going by what I see in movies, which I assume is legitimate. That's how I live my life. What if I see something in a movie? I assume that's real. So, you don't want to hear people's problems. Like you're now a professional therapist. Like what? No, I'm here to forever and ever. That's why I'm here. That's when you wish it was fully dark, like the Noir restaurant, right? Yeah, you got to go clown. And I know you say, "Well, clown's scary, freak people." Who cares? If you're not you're not. First of all, you can't be this 24/7. I guess we'll assume this is your job. Yeah, I'm going clown. I'm glad most people said clown. I don't know why you'd really say priest, but gotta go clown. I think be in a circus, learn how to juggle, clown. And then when people be like, when you do something that annoys someone, and they're like, "Who's this clown? What are you doing, clown?" You'd be like, "Oh, how'd you know? Oh, you saw my last show?" And then they get all confused. You just passive aggressive, turn it on them, and now you feel better about your life. I mean, you could do that now, but they won't believe you. But if you possibly have your clown makeup on you, or you're in clown makeup, you could do it. That'd be fun. And then if you ever want to turn into a bad clown, you could just turn to a bad clown, because they have movies about that too. It's called It. Although that clown kills people. But yeah, I'm gonna go clown on that one. Priest thing's just too dry, boring for me. The next one and last would you rather is, would you rather lose all your money and valuables or lose one of your senses? This would be, so basically, do you want to wake up tomorrow and everything you own and have is gone? Or do you want to wake up tomorrow and you're in the Au Noir restaurant and you can't see? That could be one sense you lose. This is split 50%, 50%, which makes sense. A bunch of materialistic people out there, I see. Now, you got to realize this. This is a no-brainer. If your net worth is negative like me, I'm assuming if it's lose all your money and valuables, everything's zeroed out, right? That's what I look at it like, because I don't have a ton of money saved. And then I wake up and say the house is gone, my car's gone, truck's gone, all your valuables too. What counts as valuables? And everything, clothes. Are you now waking up naked in the woods 20 miles from home? Which is in reference to a Would You Rather from a few episodes ago. That's the difference. I think if maybe you can wake up with how about this? You wake up with what you have on, right? And then that's it. And you have no, think about it. You have no wallet, no money, no credit cards, nothing. Clean slate. Or you wake up and you can't taste food, you can't smell, you can't hear, or you can't see or touch. Those are the five senses. Unless you're Haley Joel Osment, shout out. He's got that sixth sense, because that's tough, because I think it would be less of a, they both are big adjustments, but in a different way. Like if you woke up without this, out of those senses, I mean, you can't pick sight or hearing. Touch, I don't think you can pick either, because it seems like a no-brainer, but then you can't feel certain things, if you know what I'm saying. So, and it could be dangerous too. You get hurt and you have no idea. So I would definitely pick, it has to be between smell and taste. And I think a lot of people say that's bananas to pick taste, right? But honestly, although smell doesn't seem super important, but I guess you could do any job. It wouldn't matter, or do anything. You wouldn't care if it smelled bad, but you also couldn't smell things that are good either, right? And I think you use your sense of smell more than you realize. You definitely do. I would pick taste. Now, people are going to go, what? Yeah, you want to know why? Because once you already know what things taste like, but it's not going to matter. You're going to taste anything at all. So therefore, guess what? You're going to eat healthy because it's not going to matter. You're going to go, oh, I'll just have this bag of chips because I knew they tasted good before. You're going to be able to feel the texture of what it is, but you're not going to taste any of it. Then you're just going to eat perfectly healthy. Because at that point, you're bypassing that taste. It's just, okay, I'll put this here, in that, in my body. And everyone else will be like, oh, that's disgusting, or tastes gross, or it's bland. Be like, I have no idea. I don't need salt. I don't need sugar on it because can't taste it at all. Honestly, I would much rather that because you don't have to battle wanting to snack all the time, right? And that's the only reason you would be fine with it too. I really think you would. Even if Nance and Jim came over with the Siracha. Actually, Nance and Jim would love you with their Siracha. You want to know why? Because they'll come over and you'll just love everything of theirs. Next thing you know, you got Siracha 2 on your license plate. You know? And we're the Siracha gang. I'll get a loud motorcycle and put a Siracha plate on it. I don't care. Let's go, Nance and Jim. Let's make some stuff. I'm all on board with that if I'm picking a sense. Now, but so my body, nothing happens to my body. If my debt could be wiped out, if everything's zeroed out and I just wake up with my clothes on, that is tough though, because now you have nothing. Think about it. No cell phone, nothing at all. And as long as you're relatively, say, in the same area, right? And everyone knows who you are, at least. It's not like you wake up across the country and you have no idea where you are and no one knows who you are. As long as you wake up where you are, if you just wake up somehow in whatever you're wearing, and then everything's gone. License, money, everything. As long as you still have a social security number and a name, so you're on record here, right? That might not be a bad idea. It would be tough though. And now I'm assuming still, if you have like a college degree, that would still count, right? Because education is valuable, but I wouldn't call it like a value. It's not, right? It's not a materialistic thing necessarily. So I wouldn't say all that gets stripped away. So I would honestly maybe pick that. It would be very challenging, but if I had zero debt, I don't know. This is tough. This is a very hard one. It's a very hard one. Honestly, I don't know. I kind of thought people were materialistic for picking cents, but I don't think they are, because it's more than just that. It's not just things, right? It's everything. In some of the stuff, even without the things, like a job, I would assume you lose your job, but maybe not. If you don't lose your job, actually, I'm all in then on that, because that doesn't, not necessarily money and valuables, right? It doesn't say no way to make them. So that's why I'm all in. If everything's washed out, zeroed out, and I wake up and it's just, time to go to work, and I got whatever outfit, I would just sleep in my work outfit so I can go to work, because I have to wear certain clothes for work. And then I would go to work. And then I'd just find somewhere to sleep. It's warm enough out now. I would just, you know what I would do actually? I would just sleep at work, because there's a locker room there. I would just sleep there. I'd be able to get away with it, I bet. Or under my desk in my cube. And then I wait a week, and then you know what I do? They go, here's money. Even if, say you sell a bank account, it's zeroed out, it still gets put in there, right? And then you physically can go to the bank. You don't need a debit card. Or if they go, hey, this isn't working, the direct transfer, I'll be like, no problem. You know? Now, where I live now, though, I would be very hard to get to work, because I'm 87 miles from work. So that would be difficult. I am moving, though, and I'm going to live 1.5 miles. That's right, a mile and a half from work. So I could just, although you lose everything, so I don't know where you wake up. But say I wake up in the town I work, then I just walk to work. If you wake up here, you're gonna be very late for work, and I have no way of telling them. So I'm just gonna show up in a couple days and say, sorry, here I am. Put me out sick for the last couple days. Let's get to work. And then just sleep down there. And then in a week they go, here's money. You go, thanks. And now you can figure it out before that with food and stuff. Come on, And there's free water at work too. And I can probably just steal people's lunches out of the fridge. I don't care. And then once they pay me money, no problem. Go buy maybe another outfit or two, buy some more food, and I can shower there. There's showers there. I mean, this is easy. If anything, it's fun. It's kind of a challenge. And then after like 2 or 3 weeks, I can go get an apartment because you don't have any bills. Don't forget, you have 0 bills. So after a few weeks, you have some money saved. You can go get an apartment somewhere easily. Be like first, last security. Here's second to last month's rent too. And I have no bills. My credit's 850, perfect credit because I have no debt. That's a no-brainer. I'm doing that. And it's fun and challenging too. I'm doing it. And then I can still taste food or smell food or whatever you picked or go to the Au Noir restaurant, and it's a change for me. It's not, this is everyday life. All right, that's it for that. We're going to jump into C.I.A.
Now that I have your attention, you are about to join a segment called C.I.A. This is where, here below grade, we analyze and discuss crazy Instagram accounts. I hope you, the listener, along with the actual C.I.A., will enjoy this segment.
We enjoy. All right. So C.I.A. is crazy Instagram accounts. This is a fun segment. If you guys find any crazy Instagram accounts that goes along with the Would You Rathers or license plates, send them my way. Instagram. It's probably the best way to reach me. Below Grade Podcast. Slide into my DMs, as they say, as those kids are saying these days. So go to the Instagram, and I didn't know, when I find these accounts, I just search random hashtags, and this time I searched the hashtag fetish. So I figured this would get fun, right? Didn't take long. So just go to Instagram if you have one. If not, pause this podcast like usual and go make one. Okay. So type in the underscore sock, SOCK underscore vault. Click that account. Yeah, this is a real thing, everyone. Now, I understand you've heard people have foot fetishes. I didn't know people had sock fetishes because I'm not a feet guy. Kind of neutral. More so, not really for them. Their feet. The description says sock fetish. In case you were wondering. Footprints, Maryland, USA, sock/foot fetish. They have a Twitter, the Sock Vault, and they have a website coming soon. Now, you would think, why would they have a website? Well, you want to know why? Because 22.3 thousand people follow them. Not 22.3 people, although that'd be interesting. 22,300 people. Those are numbers, and sometimes I didn't say it right. 22,300 people follow this account, which means, and there are other accounts. I found one other, and I said, that's it, I'm stopping. I can't do this anymore. I can't look at all of this because there's that many weird people in the world. 22,000 people follow this. And you guessed it, it's pictures and videos of socks. I mean, this is gross. What is going on? Oh my God. It's called, that makes sense. It's called the Sock Vault. So the second picture down is My Soul Gifts. At My Soul Gifts is a real gem to this community. She works harder to provide good content than anyone else, and she has fun with it. I love watching her page grow because she truly deserves it. Check her out. Okay, we'll check her out. My Soul Gifts, 5,300 followers from the C.I.A. Maybe it's the one person that listens to the Below Grade Podcast. She's a size 4, in case you were wondering, for her feet. She's got little feet. And she's 35 years old. So if you're into 35-year-old women with size 4 feet, this is for you. My soul gifts. Okay. Same thing. Pictures of socks, videos of socks. These people got to be single, right? Now, you go back to the sock vault, and that's what it is. It's just accounts of the sock vaults of people. So it's people that, some of them are kind of sexual, which makes sense, I think, sort of, but not really. It doesn't make sense to me. Maybe people that are into fetishes do. Okay. I'm freaking out now. So it's just different accounts send in. Maybe they post some of their own stuff too, but I mean, what is going on? I thought these people were single, but I go 9 posts down. There's something about Puma socks that is so alluring. The colors are on these socks are, and there's a emoji, which is the okay symbol, and a fire emoji. And it's just, and that's the other thing, that other account, 35-year-old woman. These aren't like teenagers or not teenagers, but you know what I mean? Young people all hopped up. And this woman is just playing with her foot in a sock. It's not doing anything. This is disgusting, if anything. Now she's going to go wash her hands. That's how I look at it. Like, were you wearing those all day? Probably go wash your hands, because you can get sick from foot disease, foot and mouth disease. Not the same thing. But so I was like, all right, these people got to be single, right? She has a wedding ring on. How is there that big? Because her husband also has to be into feet and socks. You don't just marry into that. There's no way. There is no way. Unless they were that far along and she finally exposed it, maybe. But there's no way. The second someone tells you, like, oh, I'm really into like feet, and you're like, oh, okay, cool, you kind of like feet. They're like, well, I don't know. It's like a community thing, kind of. Here, I'll show you. I'll just show you. I have an Instagram account about it. And then you go, oh, you know what? Actually, hold that thought. I really got to go to the bathroom. I'm assuming you're at Onua restaurant. I just got to go to the bathroom. I'll be right back. I'll check out the account in there and then give you feedback. Go in, block her, delete her number, flush your toilet down the phone, throw a bottle of hand soap through the window, because they're big bottles of hand soap at Noir, so you can find them because you can't see. And then you hop out the window and you run as fast as you can because you think it's crazy. It's the same type of thing. All these accounts, it's the same type of thing with these people. It's like the raccoon and skunk people. They go on a date unless they're already raccoon and skunk people. There's no way you come around to that, do you? Look at this stuff. Oh. I'm going to puke. I'm done. I'm all done. I'm going to puke. The video I just saw. I'm all done. This is 11 pictures down. So remember, if you're listening on audio, just follow along. And if you want to see the video after I put this up on YouTube, probably by Monday it'll go up on YouTube. Maybe Sunday night, maybe Monday. My upload speed's very slow at home, but it will be up eventually. Probably around Monday it'll be up. So the 11th one down, the description says, I love my nice girls, but I really need a woman with this kind of attitude and dominance. This is the stuff I daydream about. And it's a picture of a girl. I think she has underwear on, yeah. And her legs are crossed, and there's a guy, of course he has a goatee, just gnawing on her foot with a sock on. Her other foot doesn't have a sock. So now I'm confused. Maybe it's if he just wants the foot or if he wants the sock. Just gnawing on it. Oh, and he sticks his tongue out. This is disgusting. That's a disgusting thing. This guy had a troublesome childhood. You have to. He's not a Rhodes Scholar growing up doing this. Oh my God. And you daydream about that? Imagine him just at work, you know? Imagine him just at work, just kind of spacing out. You know, just spacing out. Hey, Chad. Hey, Chad. Huh? What? Sorry, I was daydreaming. Oh, geez, you were really in a trance there. What were you daydreaming about? Just nothing. No. What was it? Looked like you were really happy. I mean, you're grinning ear to ear, and Chad, down below, you got to kind of you going camping, if you know what I'm saying, Chad. Sorry. Well, I'll get right to it. I was daydreaming about gnawing on socks. Oh, gnawing on socks? What do you mean by gnawing on socks? Like on what? Like you were a puppy in this dream? No, I do it when I get home. Yeah. I usually dirty socks though that are on feet. I'll just gnaw on them. Yeah. It's a big community. You should check it out. Tom. Anyway, so what were you saying? What do we gotta take care of now? You know what? Don't worry about it, Chad. I got it. You can. I'll go. I'm gonna go. I'll talk to you. I'll talk to you later. It's very emotional, and that's not good. Please don't bring that into the world. Don't daydream about it. I'm freaking out. I can't even look at this anymore. But if you guys want to go on there and look at it, you can. I mean, I'm legitimately gonna get sick. I'm gonna get very sick, and all the Siracha cupcakes from Nance and Jim are gonna come up. I can't do this. Nance and Jim Siracha. I want all of their food over this. I can't do that. So, with that being said, I'm out of here. All right, I am. That's the end of this episode. I'm leaving this C.I.A. account behind. I'm hopping in Nance and Jim's Subaru Outback, and I'll hold the dishes. I'll hold the Siracha dishes so they don't spill, and we're going to the next party. All right, everyone. That's it for this episode of Below Grade Podcast. Please subscribe, rate, review, subscribe on YouTube, comment, tell your friends, tell your family. Hope you have a great week. We'll talk to you next time.